Hello Capricorns, welcome to your mid-month tune-up. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, just send me an email and we can go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Capricorns for the middle of April 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach their higher ground, become closer to universe and closer to divine? Any messages you have for their greater good for the middle of April 2020 would be greatly appreciated, and we thank you. Capricorns, middle of April 2020, what do you see? What do they need to know? Can you please show me general energies for Capricorn, please? Okay, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, and I will be leaving a video link below for this month's extra. It is what journey awaits you in that reading, and we'll show you how you're going to embark on that journey in April, what you're going to encounter along the way, and what your final destination is. High Priestess in the upright for the challenge. I don't know why I was pausing that. I don't know, my mind went blank for a minute there. So High Priestess in the challenge position. Also, my 2020 Sun Moon predictions are up in the playlist. Go check those out. My 2019s are also in there. See if they rang true for you. Ace of Swords in reverse is in the advice position. And then ask me a question on Instant. Go check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. King of Pentacles in the reverse as you move forward out of the middle of April. So we have the Three of Swords, and I'm just kind of getting a handle on this. Okay, I have the Three of Swords here in the beginning. So I feel like you all are making a serious attempt, and it's funny because I think you're trying as hard as you possibly can to kind of move on, to heal from something. It could be even physically healing. I don't feel like that. I feel like it's a small percentage of you, but if you are physically healing, it's almost like the wound or whatever isn't healing up like it should. For others of you, if it's spiritual, if it's mental, or what have you, I mean, it's a slow and long process. I feel like it has been arduous. So, I mean, and I feel like you have you've done everything that you're supposed to do. You've read everything you're supposed to read. You know, you're meditating. You're trying to do everything, and it's still there. The wound is still there. It just doesn't. You know how when something needs to be cauterized because it's still bleeding. I just feel like it's like that. It's still fresh. It's still tender. It's not. You don't feel like you've made the progress that you should have over a long period of time. And I feel like you're getting very wary at this point. Weary at this point, because you're fed up. You're trying to figure out why isn't this happening? I've done everything I'm supposed to do, so why do I still have this open sore that's still affecting me? Now, we go to the challenge position, which is the High Priestess. So the challenge is that I feel as though you all are going about everything in a very logical way. Okay, so you're actually you're not kind of going with your gut. Okay, you're not doing what you kind of feel like. You aren't following like the ebb and flow of where you're being pointed. For some of you, I actually feel like you are being shown signs around you and you're not even paying attention to it. You dismiss it. You're skeptical. So, you know, for an example, for some of you, you're probably seeing sequential numbers, you know, things like that everywhere, and you're finding a way to dismiss it. I think you're being skeptical and saying, oh, that's just a coincidence, or oh, this or that. So I almost feel like you're being guided, you're being shown things, you're being pointed, and you don't kind of listen to it. You're trying to give yourself like a reason not to go through that door, or not to pay attention to it, or what have you. So, you know, in blocking that, in not paying attention to that, that's the challenge in itself. I feel like this is, you know, you're only adhering to everything that is tangible and that you believe in, and not anything that's otherworldly or anything like that, or spiritual that's kind of guiding you. So I think that's a challenge in itself. If you start paying attention to the stuff that's being shown to you and have faith in it, you'll be pointed in the right direction. But I just don't feel like that is where you guys have been. Now, Ace of Swords in the upright, in the reversed, is kind of saying to me, again, you're not seeing what you should be seeing. Okay? If you saw what you're supposed to see, if you followed what you consider the unknown, or that you're unsure of, or that you're dismissing, you would actually get out of this a lot easier. Okay? But instead, you're kind of clouding your judgment. You're telling yourself stuff like, oh, like you don't see it, or I'm confused by that, or can I trust this? Anything you have to kind of tell yourself, so you don't have to have complete faith in whatever's being shown to you, or however you're being guided. I think it calls for total trust, and it calls for complete faith, and you aren't ready to hand that over quite yet. So you're kind of like haphazardly sort of doing things the way that you think it should be done. Okay? And the formula that you have, which is x to the y equals z, it's not working for you, is it? But you're still kind of doing it. So as you move out of April, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, I mean, that just kind of tells me that you're not. To me, the King of Pentacles is somebody in reverse. Is somebody who does not use practical assets as they should be used. Okay, so whatever you're doing in practical terms is not working out for you. You fail to see this because you don't want to kind of like be reliant on something you can't see. But the practical stuff isn't working for you. It isn't getting you to where you want to go. You aren't spending it like you should be. Think of it, the pentacles like coins, like something you spend. Imagine you have this bag of coins, and you're buying you're buying a fur coat when you really need a loaf of bread or something like that. I just don't feel like you're spending the coins like you should. Okay, so I feel like this process is going to continue, and the longer that you remain materialistic, and I don't mean materialistic as in purchasing power or anything like that. I just feel like as long as you kind of cling to the tangible material things and the practical things and logical things, you're not going to be able to see your way through this. Okay, and that's entirely up to you if you want to hold on to something for longer than you should have. I mean, but if you want to get to the other side of this, you have to think outside of. I was going to say, start thinking in the spiritual realm. Rather, have faith in it, and you'll actually move past this. Okay, but there's a level of trust that goes along with that I feel like you're lacking. Why is this Three of Swords here in reverse for Capricorns? General energies for the middle of April. Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Okay, and you're having a hard time healing because you're thinking that place in time where you were absolutely happy, your emotions were at an all-time high, that's going to be restored, and you keep on going back to that. So you guys are picking this scab essentially. Could be in a relationship. For a large percentage of you, it probably is going to be a relationship. We have the honeymoon card here with the Ace of Cups. So that is when you're happiest with somebody than you have ever been in your entire life. Does not have to be a relationship. Could be a workplace. Could be a family or something like that. And you want that back. You want to feel that great. I mean, this level of happiness that you had was fantastic. Like I said, it was better than anything you've ever experienced in your life. It was a time of celebration and happiness, and your emotional cup runneth over, and you couldn't have asked for more. And the Six of Swords has you going back trying to get that. Going back saying, why can't it be like this again? Why can't it be? And going back for answers that aren't there. Going back for closure that doesn't exist. Because you're resisting change, you're resisting moving on. Okay, so if you don't have that total blind faith and kind of, at some point say to yourself, everything's been pointing to me that the outcome that I want is not going to happen. Why aren't I listening to it? Why aren't I heeding what I'm being shown? Why do I keep on going back for something that is no longer there? Okay, I don't feel like, and I'm not saying this to be a hard ass or anything, but I don't feel like it's ever going to be recreated again. Now, is there going to be better times in your life possibly in the future? Yeah. Are you going to find out about them if you keep on doing this? No, probably not. And you know what you should do, but the High Priestess is in the challenge position. You know what you should do, you just aren't doing it. You don't want to trust in it. You kind of think like hanging out in this little let's say cyclone. what do they call it when it's whirlpool? Hanging out in this little whirlpool that's just kind of spinning you around and around and taking you down is getting you somewhere, but it's not. It's just going to drag you to the bottom of the sea and you'll drown. Why is the High Priestess here in the upright? Who's this person? What's this energy? Okay, the Chariot card reversed. Three of Wands are reversed. The High Priestess are reversed. Yeah, so, you know, intuition is being blocked. You're preventing yourself from getting to the end goal. We have the card, the Chariot card here, by the way. So, I mean, you should have an end point, and you should be focused on kind of getting to that end point, but you're not. You've gotten off track, and it's stopping you from accomplishing what you want. I mean, do you want to fully heal from this? Just answer that question, because again, you're going about it the wrong way. You've gotten yourself off track. And the Three of Wands is talking about the setbacks because you do this. And part of it might be, no, I'm not going to go there, but I just feel like you know this, okay? It's not getting you anywhere. So this continued way that you have, and I feel like it's a way, and you continue to do it. Like, for instance, I remember my friend one time, because this was before like GPS and there was maps and stuff like that, and I would never ever, like, I had these set routes to like go, and anytime my friend like suggested me going another route, I was like, no, we can't go that way, because I was like convinced I get lost. I'm like, we have to go this way. And she's like, why? I'm like, because we have to, because this is the way to go. And she's like, oh, we have to go that way because it's, and I remember her in quotations going, it's your way, you know. So I wasn't open to other possibilities. I didn't want to. I couldn't trust in the fact that another way was going to get me to the same destination, possibly quicker, possibly easier. I didn't have the confidence in that. My fear of getting lost was so much greater. So I feel like that's kind of what we have going on here. And they're showing you with the advice, how's that working for you? Doesn't Dr. Phil say that? You know, continuing to do this, how's that working out for you? The same way. Is it really the way? Is it really the shortest way? Is it really the smartest way? Or is it just you have fear of getting lost, so you're not kind of embracing a new map or a new direction? Why is this Ace of Swords here in reverse for Capricorns? For advice, who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, Ace of Swords in reverse for Capricorns. We have a Ten of Swords. Because you don't want it, because the ending will be so painful for you, you can't bear it. You can't bear it. But they're telling you that this is a fear, not a perception. This card is fear, not a reality. I'm sorry. It's a perception of fear, not a reality, okay? But you don't want to let go of it, because if you let go of it, that's it. It's done deal. And even though there really aren't even strands connecting you to it anymore, other than the ones that you have created, you still can't bear to end it in your head, end it in your heart. And your judgment is really clouded. They're saying it has already ended. So what are you holding on to? I mean, they really are. They're like, whatever it is that you're thinking you're going to be able to resurrect or make happen, it's already gone. It's you thinking that there's still a remnant of it that can be resurrected, when that's really not the case. That's not the reality of it. So the Nine of Swords here is saying, get out of your head and see it for what it really is. And they're telling you you're going to recover from this. You're going to come out of this. If you let go and you just let it go, and it might be the most painful thing in the world, you're going to come back from this. And you might even come back better. Okay. Why is the King of Pentacles here in reverse? Who's this person? What's his energy? Additional messages for the King of Pentacles in reverse. And King of Pentacles to me too is kind of seeing things the way that he wants to see it, based on what he can see. Because he's a very materialistic type of person. He's all about material. But he can be possessive too. So like possessive as in doesn't want to let go of something that he believes in, that he built, his baby, something that was. Why is the King of Pentacles here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the King of Pentacles. so, okay. All right. So, I mean, you're going to move forward, and the loneliness you're going to feel is going to be unbearable. It will. I mean, but it's a test for you. You're going to get over it. I mean, it's like I tell people, or I tell the parents of kids I teach, it doesn't always stay at a level 10. It's not always going to stay at a level 10. The worst thing about energies is that they're always evolving, and the best thing about them is they're always evolving. So nothing's going to stay in a constant state forever, no matter what you kind of choose to do. You really don't have control over it anyway. So you're going to feel left out. Here's closing the chapter and them saying to you with the World card, yeah, it's going to suck. This is how you're going to feel. It's going to be super hard on you. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be super, super hard on you when you let go of that last strand, that last thread of energy that you had to this. It's going to be the hardest thing to let go of that. But once you do, the chapter is closed and you're ready for something else. Something better, a new world. Maybe there's somebody from your past that's waiting for you. Something from your past that's very sweet, very innocent, unlike anything you've ever had. And it's funny because before I pulled this card, I was thinking that once you kind of let it go, instead of recreating what you guys had, maybe you guys can reconcile and make something totally different like it was supposed to be. But you can't do that until you let go of it, and you can't do that until you've committed to letting go of it. You can't just say, oh, I let go of it, that's fine, whatever. No, you really have to kind of like let go of it, and it's deep spiritually and mentally and everything else. And I'm telling you, if you don't do that, let's say that this is someone you want to reconcile with, or some situation you want to kind of get back to. Universe is not going to allow that for you until you deeply and healthily have kind of let go of it and you're ready for it to come back in. Because why are they going to give you something a second time that you're going to screw up again? You know what I mean? Because you're the same person doing the same things. So if you do, and you kind of close it up and you truly do that with everything that you have in you, there is a possibility that it can be better again, like it was, but better, sweet, innocent, creative, like it was meant to be. A little bit of like a do-over. The whatever it was before was like the Bizarro, and this is Superman. If you guys watch the Justice League, ever watch the Justice League back in the day. So that's what I have for you. Again, check out the Vimeo link below for the journey that awaits you. I'm sorry, I just got distracted real quick. For the journey that awaits you in that reading, it will show you how you'll embark on this journey, what you'll encounter along the way, and what your final destination is. Check out my 2020 Sun Moon readings in my playlist. My 2019s are in there to see if they rang true for you last year. Also, ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, see you later. Bye.